Good afternoon. How are you? Good. Are we feeling a little sleepy yet? Has the food coma settled in yet? Not yet? Okay. Well, why don't we all do a big stretch right now? Ah, yes. Great. My name is Jamie Lee. Thank you, Bill, for the wonderful introduction. I work as a leadership and negotiation coach in New York City. And it just dawned on me this morning as I was listening to Peter's great workshop and to Lisa's great presentation that I am the person behind many of these millennial workers who help them advocate for their value so that they can impress you with their interview skills. I am the person that some of these millennials hire to help them advocate for their value so that they can earn a higher salary when they jump a job. So that said, I hope you will not consider me your adversary. We're all friends here, right? Yeah? And I consider you my colleagues because as a leadership and negotiation coach, I believe in human potential. And I believe that my job is to maximize human potential, which is the truly unlimited resource. As a coach, what I do, one of the things that I do is I help my clients see that their words create their world. Words have immense power. And words are defined differently by different people. And so before we jump into this content, I want to tell you how I define these words on the slides. Strategic conversations, how to lead, influence, and negotiate. Strategy is how you actualize your vision. So strategy is your action plan to achieving your goal. And so my question to you is, what is your goal? Today is October 3rd, 2018. Let's fast forward 3 months into the future. I want you to visualize January 3rd, 2019. Where are you? What are you doing? How are you feeling? What have you accomplished? And how amazing does it feel? Imagine that you write me an email on January 3rd, 2019. And it starts with, "Holy smokes, Jamie! I have achieved what I wanted to achieve in the last 90 days. What is that? I invite you to visualize and write it down. Something really magical happens when you write down your goals, right? So strategic conversation. Conversation is simply a human interaction. And we've been talking about human interactions this morning, and we will continue to talk about human interactions this afternoon. And how to lead. I define leading as creating solutions in the best interest of everyone. Leading is not about having a fancy title. It's not about having the corner office. Anyone can lead. We are all leaders. We can all create value. We can all create solutions in the best interest of people, of stakeholders at our organizations. How to influence. The way I define influence is not about using power or leverage to exert influence so that people do as you want them to do. The way I define influence is that you understand what makes people tick. You understand how people think, how people feel and how people behave so that you can get them to think, feel, and behave in a way that will help you achieve your goal. That's my definition of influence. And finally, negotiate. Before I share my definition of negotiation, I'd like to hear from you. Would somebody volunteer their definition of the word negotiation? Feel free to raise your hand. We're all friends here, don't be shy. Yes, white blouse in the back. I'm sorry, I can't hear you. Would you please use the mic?
Yeah.
Keep pressing that button. There you go.
Meeting of the minds.
Meeting of the minds. Excellent. That's a great definition. Thank you. Yes, in the black over there. Please keep pressing the button until you see the green light before you speak.
It's a conversation that leads to win-win situation.
Conversation that leads to win-win situation. Excellent. Can we have one more? Have you, oh yes, in the back, I didn't see you, sorry about that.
Sometimes it means meeting in the middle.
Sometimes it means meeting in the middle. Excellent, these are all great definitions. My definition of negotiation is that it's simply a conversation with the intention of reaching agreement where everyone has the right to say no. How old were you when you were first able to say that dreaded word, no? 1, 2, 3? Yeah? No, you haven't ever said the word no in your life? Wow, that's amazing. You've gotten far without saying the word no. So most people tell me that they were about 2 when they were first able to say the word no. So ever since then, you have been engaging in these conversations with the intention of reaching agreement. Sometimes meeting in the middle, sometimes achieving win-win solutions, sometimes not. Sometimes there is a meeting of the minds. You've been negotiating all your life. Life is negotiation. Why do we dread it so? Any volunteers? You're afraid of somebody saying no. Thank you so much. Yes, most people are afraid of saying no. So I have a proposition to make. Before we dive into the content here, I'd like us to break the ice by doing the hardest thing in negotiation. I want you to partner up. Find a partner, okay? Turn to the person who is to your right, and if you're in a table of 3, go find another partner. Please pair up. Yes, right now. And once you've paired up, all right, have we paired up? This is gonna be super simple. It might be super uncomfortable, but it'll be super, super quick, okay? So we've all paired up. The person with the fanciest shoe is the asker, okay? Remember that conversation is a communication discipline. And what we know about communication is that only 7% of communication is actually verbal. 38% is communicated through the body language, and the rest of it, Oh, I'm sorry, I confused that. 38% is tone, and the rest, 55%, is body language. So let's make use of all the other parts of your communication assets, your body language. And the most critical, the most powerful body language that you can use is eye contact. Okay? So here's what's going